Hello everyone. In this video we'll explain the concept of isometric projection. It comes under module 5 according to VTU syllabus, and in external examination you will be having one question from this chapter for 25 marks. Isometric projection, it's nothing but it's a method for visually representing a three-dimensional object in two dimensions. For this we will be using one separate graph sheet. You can find that graph sheet at the end of your sketchbook, and that graph sheet is known as iso sheet or isograph sheet. So in this video we'll explain how to construct different basic shapes like square prism, square pyramid, cylinder, hexagonal prism, etc. in isometric sheet.
I'm having one square prism here. Bottom face and also top face is of square shape. Square prism. If I observe this square prism from front side, I can see only this front face. If I see this square face from side, I can see only side face, and if I see this square prism from top side, I can see only this top surface. In order to get complete detail about this square prism in single view, from where exactly how to observe this one? So if I observe this prism from here at an angle of 45 degree from all the three axes, then I can see top face, I can see front face, I can see side face also. So in this procedure, we are observing given object at an angle of 45 degree from all the three coordinates, and then we will plot whatever three-dimensional object into 2D object.
In remaining portion of this video, if the video is not positioned properly, please rotate your mobile screen by 90 degree in clockwise direction while watching video. Sorry for inconvenience.
If you observe this object at an angle of 45 degree, then these dimensions are going to appear slightly smaller than actual dimension. So this dimension, it appears to be 0.814 times actual dimension, and also these lines will be inclined at an angle of 120 degree to each other. Therefore, for constructing isometric diagram, we are using one separate graph sheet in which all the lines will be inclined at 30 degree and also at 120 degree, and the distance between each line will be 0.816 centimeter. So this is one isometric graph sheet. In this graph sheet, these lines are inclined at 30 degree, and also distance between two lines, if you consider, that will be exactly 8.16 mm or 0.8 centimeter.
Here place your mobile screen such that whatever contents written here will come at the bottom side. For that you have to rotate your mobile screen by 90 degree in clockwise direction.
In examination, they are going to provide this kind of graph sheet for you. So initially we'll explain how to construct different basic shapes in isometric drawing. We'll start with square prism itself. So this square prism, if you consider, when you plot it in 2D diagram, it's somewhat like this. Here, this is the base dimension, say suppose 30. Even this is base dimension. Say suppose if it is a rectangular prism of dimension 30 by 20 and height around 50. This is how it's going to appear. So same diagram let me construct in isometric sheet. So we'll start with any one corner. In this graph sheet, from here to here, from one junction to next junction, this is ISO 10, ISO 20, ISO 30, ISO 40, 50, like that. So we have to construct one square prism or rectangular prism. I will tell you, one rectangular prism you have to construct of dimension 30 by 20 and height 50. That means you consider any one corner. One side you have to consider dimension 30. So this is 10, 20, 30. On other side it's 20 mm, 20. Since base is rectangular, construct one more line parallel to first one, and from this endpoint one more line parallel to second line. So base part is complete now. After that its height is 50 mm. From every corner take 50 mm height, again ISO 50. In this diagram or in this graph sheet, I told you from here to here, from this junction to next junction it is ISO 10. Similarly, in vertical direction also, from this junction to next junction it is ISO 10. Here height should be 50 mm or ISO 50. So take height from all the four corners, ISO 10, ISO 20, ISO 30, ISO 40 and ISO 50. Draw one vertical line of dimension ISO 50. Again from second corner, ISO 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. ISO 50. Again from here, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, ISO 50. Project one more vertical line. And last vertical line from fourth corner, 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. Connect these corners. That completes rectangular prism of base dimension 20 by 30 and height 50 mm. In this square prism, if you clearly observe, this top face is completely visible, this right face is visible, left face is visible. Remaining faces or remaining lines are not visible. So you have to keep those lines which are not visible, either keep it thin, if not you can erase those lines. So I'm going to erase this line because this is not visible. Even this line is not visible, this third line is not visible. So you can erase these three lines so that your final drawing will be, I'm not able to erase lines here. So when you draw it using pencil and scale, you can erase it. So your final drawing will be like, sorry, this line also you have to erase, this is not needed. Your final drawing will be like 50. This will be the final drawing of rectangular prism of dimension 20 by 30 and height 50 mm. After completing drawing, draw one horizontal line. Mark this angle as 30 degree. Similarly on left side also, this angle as 30 degree. Next we'll tell you how to construct a square prism of dimension 30 by 30 and height 40. We'll draw one rough diagram first. Square prism, both sides equal, 30 by 30, height 40. So this is how we have to get final diagram. Same diagram we'll draw in isometric sheet. You can consider any one corner. Right side take ISO 30. Since it is square, left side also consider ISO 30. Complete bottom face first. First keep all the lines thin. Do not make any lines thick. After completing this bottom face, take height from all the four corners. Height is 40. So from this corner I will start 10, 20, 30, 40. And from here 10, 20, 30, 40. 10, 20, 30, 40. And from here 10, 20, 30, 40. Connect top face. So that completes square prism of base dimension 30 by 30 and height 40 mm. In this square prism, identify which lines are not visible. This is not visible. This is not visible. Similarly, this line is not visible. Erase these lines and remaining lines make it thick. So final diagram will be, after erasing these three lines, your final diagram will be like this. Draw one horizontal line, mark this angle 30 degree. Next we'll teach you how to construct cylinder. For example, consider one cylinder of base dimension 40 or base diameter 40 and height 50 mm. Before constructing cylinder, you have to construct top view of that cylinder. That is because the square prism or rectangular prism, if you consider, the square or rectangular prism, if you consider, will observe from one particular corner. I am having one reference corner here, but for cylinder, when you observe from here, I don't have any reference point near to observer. For that purpose, after constructing top view of cylinder, you have to construct one box around this so that you will get one reference point near observer. And when you plot it on isometric sheet, first you have to complete this outer box. After completing this outer box, then you have to mark inner circle. So we'll solve a problem on cylinder of base diameter 30 mm and height 40 mm. So I told you, when you construct cylinder, first you have to construct one circle of actual dimension, according to actual dimension of diameter 30. So this diameter is 30, and for cylinder, since you don't have any reference point here, construct one box around it. Measure dimension of this box. Obviously this dimension will be 30. Measure vertical dimension also, even this will be 30. So now first you have to copy this box on isometric sheet of dimension 30 by 30. Similar to previous procedure, consider any one corner. You know how to construct a square shape here. Right side 30, left side 30. Parallel line, one more parallel line. So I have copied this box onto isometric sheet. This dimension, if you measure, that will be 10, 20, 30, ISO 30. Inside this box, I have to inscribe one circle of diameter 30. To inscribe one circle inside this box, consider two opposite corners which are nearer to each other. You should not consider these two corners. We'll consider these two opposite corners. From one corner to this corner, when you consider, these are the two opposite sides. We'll project one line from corner to midpoint of opposite side. This is the opposite side, and here comes midpoint of opposite side. So from one corner to midpoint of opposite side. Similarly, from same corner to midpoint of second opposite side. Now consider second corner. Same procedure I will follow. For this corner, these two are opposite sides. So corner to midpoint of opposite side, again from corner to midpoint of opposite side. After this, consider this corner itself. You have to cut one arc. For that arc, this will be center and this will be radius. So taking this one as center, cut one arc here. So this is arc number 1. For second arc, this will be center, this will be radius. So cut second arc by taking this one as center and this as radius. And for third arc, this will be center, this will be radius. For example, we'll mark it as AB. A is center, AB will radius. So taking A as center, AB as radius, cut fourth arc, cut third arc, and for last arc, this will be center and this will be radius. Taking this one as center, construct fourth arc. So that completes bottom face of a cylinder of diameter 30 mm. We'll repeat again. This is the center of first arc, this one is radius. For second arc, this is the center, this is the radius. For third arc, A is center, AB is radius. For last arc, this one is center and this will be radius. After that, the height of this cylinder is 40 mm. So take 40 mm from all the four corners. Since I don't have enough space here, let it be. Take 40 mm from all the four corners. 40. From here again 40, 10, 20, 30, 40. And from this corner 10, 20, 30. We'll assume this point as 40. Connect these points. After connecting these points, you have to construct one more ellipse here, or top face of cylinder you have to construct here. And for constructing top face, similar procedure you have to follow. Consider two opposite corners, corner to midpoint of opposite side, corner to midpoint of opposite side. Again from this corner to midpoint, corner to midpoint. Center, radius of first arc, center, radius, second arc, third center, radius, third arc, and final arc. So that completes top face. Join these two points, connect or draw two tangents here. So that completes cylinder. In this cylinder, identify which are the visible edges, and only visible edges you have to keep it thick, and remaining all other edges you can keep it thin, or else you can erase those lines. So your final, after erasing all unwanted lines, final diagram will be like this. This construction line you can retain also. This construction line you can retain also, but that should be kept thin line. Only this portion you have to keep thick. One more object I will tell you. Will tell you how to construct pyramid. For example, square pyramid. A square pyramid of dimension, base dimension 40 and height 50. You know how to construct square face. Consider one corner, 40, 40, 40, 40. So that completes bottom face of square pyramid. And height of the square pyramid is, say suppose 40 mm. Remember, in prism, after completing this bottom face, we used to take height from all the four corners. Even here, height from all the four corners. Even in square prism, height from corner, 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 corner. Even in cylinder, we have taken height from all the four corners. But in case of pyramid, after completing this bottom face, locate center. For constructing center or for locating center, you can draw two diagonal lines. You will get center. Remember, in pyramid, you have to take height from center. Height of this pyramid is, say suppose 40 mm. From center take 10, 20, 30, 40. So this is the apex of pyramid. Join all corners with apex. So that completes square pyramid of dimension 40 mm. Again, this portion is not visible, this portion is not visible. You can either erase or keep it thin. So final diagram will be like, final diagram of square prism will be like this, indicate this angle as 30 degree. We'll explain last one more object, hexagonal prism of base dimension around 20 mm and height 40 mm. Even in hexagon, you can keep it either in edge condition or corner condition. Edge or corner condition. When I observe from here, I don't have any reference point in this area. Therefore, similar to what we did for circle, even here we have to construct one box around this hexagon. Any one diagram you can consider either edge condition or corner condition. We'll consider edge condition. Even for pentagon, I don't have any, when I observe from here, I don't have any nearby reference point. So even for pentagon, you have to construct one outer box first, so that I can get one reference point. So now this is the reference point. We'll mark this point as 1, 2, 3, 4, and points of hexagon as A, B, C, D, E and F. Measure all the dimensions in this diagram. Measure this dimension, say suppose it is around 40. So obviously even this dimension will be 40. Measure this dimension, that will be around 20. Measure what is this dimension. For example, we'll get this dimension as around 50 mm. This is 20. So this will be 15 and this will be 15. Now this diagram you have to copy into isometric sheet. So first you have to copy this outer box of dimension 40 by 50. You know how to copy a box of dimension 40 by 50. One side 50, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and second side 40. So I have copied this outer box onto isometric sheet. This is point 1 and in this diagram this is the reference point 1. So this becomes point 2, this is point 3 and this is the last point, point number 4. Point number 2, 3 and 4. Along 1, 2 side there is only one point A at a distance of 20 from point number 1. That means along 1, 2 side there is one point A at a distance of 20 from point 1. So 10, 20. Here comes point A. Similarly, along 3, 4 side at a distance of 20 from 4, point number 4, there comes point D. Therefore, along 3, 4 sides at a distance of 20 from 4, there lies point D. So 2 points are over. You have to mark remaining 4 points now. We'll mark B and C. B is along 2, 3 side at a distance of 15 from 2. C is at a distance of 15 from 3. So it's along 2, 3 side. From here at a distance of 15, point B lies. From 3 at a distance of 15, point C lies. Here there is a small mark in between these two lines that indicates phi or 0.5 centimeter or 5 mm. Similarly, mark point E and F. Connect these points. So we have copied hexagon onto isometric sheet. After this, identify whether the given object is prism or pyramid. If it is prism, we have to take height from all the corners, connect top corners, you will get prism. If it is pyramid, locate center. From center you have to take height, then connect apex with all the corners. That completes hexagonal pyramid.
Thank you.